What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to address this real quick because this is the question, maybe not a question, but this is a conversation that gets had a lot among black folks in the black community. And it always comes up when we start talking about why we don't seem to um, have things in place, have institutions in place, why we don't have the unity and the organization in place where we can separate from this system and be able to go off on our own. Why can't we start our own basketball association? Why can't we um, start our own record labels that have zero dependence or connections to the majors or to any of the entities that are involved? Why can't we do that? Why can't we start our own streaming platform? Anything you can name, we ask these questions, whether it's retail, whatever. And one thing that always comes up is people say, well, man, we got all these black millionaires and billionaires. All that got to happen is if Oprah Winfrey and Michael Jordan and they start going down the list, and Tiger Woods, they all come together and start putting then we could do it. Problem with that is, how they say behind every great man is a great woman. Well, I just came up with a term, behind every black billionaire is a hidden hand that allowed them to become a billionaire. And we don't have to get into the conversation of who that hidden hand is. I think if y'all know anything about anything, you should have a pretty good handle on that. But the fact of the matter is that is the reason why a lot of our black uh, multi millionaires and billionaires, that's why you don't see them really moving strong on black issues and black situations and black uh, institutions like you would think it would be so easy to do, because they are still, many of them are still in bed with the oppressor. They're still in bed with them. And the fact that they've been allowed to reach these pinnacles, financial pinnacles, fame and success and popularity and influence and connection, the fact that they've been able to reach those levels is attributed uh, to those connections. So when you have those even in political affiliations, if you have those connections, then those perks come with stipulations, and those stipulations are, hey, yeah, you can go so far. Yeah, you can go over there and stand with your people. You can talk with your people. You can rep for your people, but there's only so far that they can go. There's a line that they are not allowed to cross. Um, would a lot of them ever say it? Nah, they wouldn't say it. But the reality is, all you got to do is see the right situation come up, the right societal occurrence take place where black people are being put in a bad way, and the silence oftentimes speaks louder than anything else, because a lot of them back up. I've been instructed not to get myself involved in that, because we've seen too many times where black people's whole world has been snatched off from under them when they do decide that, hey, I'm gonna speak on this, I'm gonna stand on this. Nah, I ain't with this no more. When you do decide to take those stands, um, or you make a statement of truth that exposes them, then all of a sudden, magically, this person starts to be torn down. Their whole character starts to be undergo an assassination process, and before you know it, the one who everybody was just so in love with, now all of a sudden they become the most hated, because there are people who had the power, the same people who have the power to build you, are the same ones who have the power to destroy you and tear you down. So it's not as simple as asking, well, man, all they are saying, all they got to do is just put this money in this money. Oh, because that's their money, but it's really not their money. See? So you got other, the handful of free black men and women that's truly free, the microscopic amount of those black people, they may not, they have the mind, but they don't have the resources, and they don't have the reach in terms of being able to get the word out in a way that would draw in the grassroots, because we could get it done on the same level, but it would just take more participation from the regular folks, the regular black folks. It would just take more participation, as opposed to looking at it from just the common sense mathematics of, okay, well, we got 10, 11 billionaires and hundreds of millionaires, of 100 millionaires, that could just, boom, make something happen overnight. Nah, they can't make nothing happen overnight. That's why they're silent on a lot of the things that have happened to us as black people. And you would think that you would think that the financial bracket that they're in would empower them. See, they don't really have power like you think they got. They just don't. They like Minister Farrakhan said, and like my song said, they $1 million slaves. And it's not a bash. It's just a fact, and it's unfortunate because we see so many of our people just in the hood, on the lower level, the lower rungs of society, just not seeming to have any chance or any hope. And there are a lot of things that could actually be done that could improve our condition overnight. Now, is it all about money? No, it's not all about money. But the reality is that money could change a lot of things. Resources could change a lot of things and put people in positions to be better. But we will not step off that plantation because Massa been too good to us. Massa done gave me everything I got. My net worth is $800 million because of Massa, and guess who knows that too? Massa know that. So he sits up high and he watches. And he makes sure, just like the slave master, they just sit on the porch and make sure that the slaves is picking the cotton and doing everything that they supposed to do. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They just do it in a different form now. They just wait for you. They wait for you. And the truth is, like I said, you're not gonna get to those levels without their approval and their assistance. That's just the reality. So being in who you are in bed with has a lot to do with what you're able to do outside that bed. Keep that in mind. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll go more into this topic at another time. I didn't want to get too far and too long, but I'll go into this topic a little bit further as we go along. Y'all tune into the Underground Dialogue Podcast. A new episode is up with King Kali. Y'all go over there right now and check out that interview. And I will catch y'all later with another one real soon. Peace.